look in between.
Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur du går iväg. Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur du går iväg.
I cannot breathe,
Jag kan
cannot see,
inte
cannot breathe.
andas när jag
Cannot breathe,
Jag kan
cannot see,
inte
cannot breathe.
andas när du går iväg.
Cannot see,
Du går iväg.
horizon's too high, it's dark on my side. I made my own clouds, flew by my pride. The ship falls away, night turned to day. Remember why? Fire consumed, ashes remain.
Du går iväg. Jag kan inte
Cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between.
andas när jag ser hur
Cannot breathe, cannot see, cannot breathe. Cannot breathe,
jag kan
cannot see,
inte
cannot breathe.
när du går iväg.
Cannot see, cannot breathe.
När du går iväg.
Cannot see,
Du går iväg.
cannot look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between.
Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur du går iväg. Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur.
What up, everybody?
Yeah,
There we go. Cody Smith coming in hot.
What's that? Air horn.
Hey, how's audio? How was that intro? How was the fade in? How was everything on that slide in?
I feel like we've been gone for a while.
We have. I know. I felt so bad not having the show on Monday of last week.
Yeah.
After having that one epic, which might have been our best show yet, with the balut and the whole deal.
Yeah.
And the HORMESIS headband drop. Like, we felt like we had such a great momentum, and then I blew it. I took time off, went on my epic road trip, which a lot of you guys saw. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That last show was epic. The HORMESIS headband drop was pretty out of this world. Also, thanks for the support on that. I hope everybody was able to get your hands on some. These are the ones I'm keeping right here. You know, this is the Trickster, right? I wanted to keep one of those a little different. Yeah, the Trickster, because it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then obviously I had to keep the Sloan right here for young Sloan. This one's going to be boxed up for her until she understands what it is. So until she understands not to throw it in the trash, more or less. That's when she's going to be able to get this thing, because otherwise, you saw them. Like I had them all stacked up.
Yeah.
And she just came in and went, knocked them all over and looked at me and laughed. So yeah, hope you guys got your hands on one of these, or the next drop, or the drop before that, or the drop after that. This is going to be another one that's coming out soon, I think.
Oh, that one's not out yet?
No, it's not. This has got the samurai sword right here. Got RG-18 on the side. This part's not going to come out. This one's just for me.
Oh, okay.
This is just a special one they made.
That one's sweet.
Yeah, this is a cool color.
Yeah, so if you want that one from Ryan, $2,000.
No way. I was talking to Oliver, and he was saying like it would be cool to play in one, and then at the end of the event, like give it away or do something with it, auction it off or something along those lines, and trade out, play with 4 different headbands this season. You know, so I do have 4 extra. I have 4 of them. I did keep 4 of them just in case.
There you go.
I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of the Sloan. The MVP one I wore actually yesterday in a Woods Ball event, the mech event that we just played. That was fun. We're actually going to talk about that a little bit more later because we got special guest Rusty Glaze coming on the show. He's going to be sitting right in between us on the
shrink array.
On the shrink ray. Alex unfortunately couldn't make it to the show. He had prior engagements. Also, he doesn't have any more. The money is gone. He stopped giving us jerseys, so it was a mutual breakup. We just talked to him on the phone. He seemed like he was okay with it. He was not upset about it at all. But he does wish everybody well, and we told him to dig around through the Field One office and through his gear bag and all that stuff. See if he's got some more stuff to bring to the table.
Some tank dangles, jerseys,
things like that, and then maybe we'll have him on next week.
Yeah,
you know how it is. But we do also want to open it up to other people. He can't hog the shrunken head box.
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah. Maybe next week we'll have him back
next
on.
week to talk about the layout.
Yeah,
that's what we need him here for. That's
absolutely.
what he loves doing. Speaking of the layout, for those of you guys who are NXL fans and enthusiasts like us, who get to actually finally play in a tournament, the layout drops on Wednesday. Not only does the layout drop on Wednesday, but on Thursday, BKI will have their free version of the layout breakdown. Every weekend leading up to the event, we do a layout breakdown. So actually, you just get 2 of them. One is free for everybody, so you get the chance to check it out, see what's going on. That's going to be hosted by Nick Sloviak and Marcelo Margot. We will be playing against each other this weekend, so we'll see how those types of ideas actually come to fruition. And I think that each one of us will now have a little bit of inside information between what we're going to do out on the field out there.
Sure.
But it's really cool. It's a really cool, great tool for a lot of you guys who are just kind of understanding or trying to figure out what to do, how to do it, and when to do it, right? And if your game plans kind of are the same ideas and the thought process behind it, it's about an hour long, about as long as the show, right around there, and come out with a handful of game plans and whatnot. And then the follow-up to that is testing out the following week. You know, we test out everything, and then the following week you'll get a second breakdown that kind of gives you more insight, because now we've played the field. We give you guys what we think, or actually what we've seen on the field, some bounce shots. A lot of people love that. And then the weekend before the event, you're going to get a BKI playbook, which is a game plan from each of the professors. So you're going to get one game plan from each of us that we've used, that we like, and then we all study those before we play each other.
We tried to get it early for you guys, but wasn't going to work out.
Yeah, we were talking about trying to get the layout from Trozen.
Yeah.
Wasn't happening. It wasn't going to happen. But yeah. And then quick thank you. I want to thank I got this is actually cool news, and I don't know if you knew this, but this is our 6th month of the show.
Really?
Yeah. So I know that because we've got a handful of members, some of you guys, just a small handful of you, who have been supporters of the show for all 6 months.
6 months of YouTube. Oh, okay.
On YouTube. Yeah, no, just YouTube.
It's like, I swear it's been a year.
Yeah, no. We've been doing this for a year, but the YouTube subscribers and the supporters on there, Sean Byrne, Eddie Dizon, Mr. Tubba Rock, Steve Frazier, who actually also sponsored us with a wireless router, which I have not set up because I haven't been home yet. Callie Mike Lou, Sean Dolan, Joe Pike, Mr. Fortkey. Your jersey is going to your house today. I shipped it today. He was the winner a couple of weeks back. I shipped him a jersey. Went to the wrong address, came back to me, and now it's back out to Arizona. So thank you guys for 6 months of support. And then following that, Steve Segovia, Gabe Martinez, Mario Trujillo, Matt Friedas, Jay Stu. Oh, it's Jay Stu. Sorry, you're only 4 months. Those are the other guys. We're all 5-month supporters, so we thank all of you very much. And yes, Harley, we are going to be in Florida. Kyle, actually, you have practice this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we'll be out there practicing damage this weekend.
And then, yeah, then we're going back out there for the NXL event.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you guys will be in Sacramento practicing us the weekend before.
So we have Ironman this weekend. We're going to try to jump on with Aftermath and Heat also. I don't know if the Ironmen really want us to practice anybody else because they don't want to practice anybody else. But we'll see. And then we have practice against you guys in Sacramento the weekend before. Yeah. Trying to keep the flow going from what we did in World Cup. So we're doing actually 3-a-days out there. So we're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So now Dynasty's actually playing Ironman after that.
After all this, yeah. It took 2 years. We finally got in there with Ironman. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate that. So, well, actually, who knows? Maybe he won't want to play us because maybe it was Todd. Maybe it was Todd.
Who knows?
Todd. Yes, Fernando. We will be at Victory this week. Victory is not shut down. They're having a little bit of a on base. It's hard to get on base right now, so there's a lot of crackdowns that are going on.
But it seems like it. Yeah. I went yesterday, and it seems like it's already lightened up. So it might not be a big deal. We'll see.
Oh, wait. Yes. Sorry, Weberton, you are correct. Sorry, I stopped the list early. For some reason, this thing had a little bit of a glitch here. But the rest of the people that are supporters for 5 months, yes, it was also Weberton, Mr. Bernab, John Washburn, Slarion, The Great, Mario Zumbo, Michael Bajo, and that rounds up the 5-month supporters right now. So yeah, we thank you guys tremendously for the continuing support that you guys have all showed us. And just in the fashion of giveaways, also I've got a lot of people have been hitting me up asking about these cards. I posted one of these things. I went to a cheese shop on our way down on our vacation, and at the cheese shop there was
You found those?
Yeah, I found these cards actually. Funny little thing about these cards I'll read to you as well, which is also why Alex is on timeout. But I had these things, and there was like the wall of all the business cards. Yeah. And so I just posted one up there, and then someone goes, "Whoa, where'd you find that?" And I was like, I posted it there. The cheese was fantastic. Also, I think I talked to Mr. Zumbo about that. If you guys are ever up in the Sebastopol area, in the corner of Todd and Lana
That's
Road.
how it's pronounced?
Sebastopol.
Not Sebastopol.
No, Sebastopol.
Is that somewhere else?
Sebastopol?
Yeah.
Cool? Like cool?
Sebastopol.
No, it's Pol. P-O-L.
Maybe I'm thinking of another place.
You're thinking of it. You're also thinking of what Alex likes to say is Sebasta low end of the gene pool. That's what he calls it. Anyway, people seem to be really digging these cards. So 2 things that I'm going to do. One, I'm going to give away a handful of signed cards today. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lucky winners are going to get a signed Dynasty card. You're also going to get a Spick Span sticker, courtesy of Island Designs, a little MVP sticker, HK Army, and carbon paintball stickers. So we're going to send you guys some sticker packs and some other things.
For any of you guys, too, I know a lot of you do this already, but if you're watching the show right now and you're active on Instagram, a lot of times you guys post like a story of us talking or just a picture or whatever. But Rusty's coming on with some big news. So we got 55 people in here right now. I know we didn't, people might have forgot that the show's here since we weren't here last Monday, but definitely throw it on your Instagram right now. Also, most of the time, Ryan and I repost what you guys post. So post that up, let your friends know, because there's some big news to be announced coming here soon. So get on that.
Yeah. Rusty is going to be joining us at about 4:30, so in about 15 minutes. And he's going to be dropping some Dynasty news. Shout out to Michael Cruz. Rusty's going to be dropping some news about the team. A couple little change-ups maybe, something affecting Dynasty's future perhaps. But it's going to be pretty big. We've been talking about it.
Adding players.
Yeah, possibly.
Cutting
players. That's a thing. But you got to be tuned in here. And also, he's also going to be answering some of your guys' questions. Rusty is one of the top coaches in the league, and a lot of the BKI playbook stuff, as far as the coaching aspect of it, which a lot of people really love, the master classes, that stuff is all a brainchild of Rusty specifically. And he's also... Is Ollie coming back?
What are you going to do if you got cut?
And yeah, right. The news is Ryan's cut. Yeah,
He said that a lot. Where would you go
I don't know. Actually, Alex asked me that a long time ago.
if you weren't playing Dynasty?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd probably be like, I don't know. X Factor's kind of fun. I like Texas.
I would think we go to X Factor.
Yeah, Impact's pretty fun because y'all make tons of loot and you get to just fly everywhere, stay in Hilton's.
Yeah.
There's a lot of perks that you guys get. Yeah. So it's up in the air.
There was that team that offered you a Lamborghini.
That is, yeah.
Or
Ferrari. It was a Ferrari. I did get offered a Ferrari a couple years back to go play with one team, and I respectfully turned it down. I
told a coach in this offseason who was trying to get me, we were joking around, but I said, maybe you should offer someone a Bitcoin or part of a Bitcoin if they're asking for more money than you want to give them, because you'd be like, hey, well, I'll give you some Bitcoin. It could be worth $100,000 at the end of the year.
We're trading in some cryptocurrency now for player salaries.
Yeah.
Well, Alex does have a coin coming out. It's a physical team coin. That's gonna be really cool. I don't want to butcher what his plan is, but it's gonna be a one-on-one thing. You guys are gonna be able to purchase these coins and challenge pro players to be able to play a one-on-one game for their coins.
Yeah, the pro players have a special coin that you guys cannot purchase, but you can win.
But you can win it if you beat us in a one-on-one. Yeah. So, a lot of cool things coming up, going on out there. But you definitely want to make sure that you tune in or you stay tuned for when Rusty gets on the deal. Actually, and someone said, is he going to suit up? That's interesting because he hasn't played in a while. He's played some of these Woods Ball events with us, and we just played the mech event yesterday. We actually took second place to the Phoenix Rising guys. So the team was Tyler and I were the two Dynasty guys. Then we had Rusty. We had LB from Avalanche and Infamous back in the day. The first time he'd shot a gun was at the paintball combine. That was the first time he'd shot a gun in like 7 years.
Wow.
And he was still really good. I think he got shot once, maybe twice. He was playing really well. Super great communicator. Yeah. And still like physically fit, enough as opposed to a lot of the pro guys.
He's an intelligent guy too.
Who have kind of like physically kind of gone down a little bit. We had Glenn Forster, as everybody knows, is the divisional coach of the year. Actually, I told him he doesn't. He's really I would call it stubborn is a good way to put it, and a little harsh.
He's like
it's like the angry old man that sits on the porch.
What's the grandfather from Dennis the Menace? He's good-hearted, but or like Red Foreman.
Yeah,
not that mean, but
not that mean though.
Steve, you asked if you win the coin, but what if you lose? You get that player's coin. The pro player gets that player's coin.
Yeah,
so both players get the coin.
Yeah,
whoever
the
wins.
winner gets the coins. And then let's see. We had Rodney Squires. Actually, Glenn played better than he's played in the last. I think I've played a bunch of these mech events with him, and he's usually we're usually playing one down, to be completely honest. But this event, he played like lights out the whole time. He was crawling through these. He was on it. He was on his game. Oh, you'd love this. The day they were walking the field on the Saturday, we're playing on Sunday. They found a rattlesnake.
No.
On the actual field that we're playing on.
In the snake?
It was in the trench or something, I guess. I don't know. I literally almost got off the plane. We were boarding our flight, and I almost just turned around and said, I'm not going out there. Like, no way, dude, I don't play that game. I don't know if people really like snakes. But if you do like snakes, if you're a snake guy, I'm looking at you, David Weathers, you are a strange individual. That's
see those videos of him with all the snakes are wild.
Yeah, if you guys don't know David Weathers out of Florida, man, he's a nut. He is crazy. So yeah, anyway, so So Glenn played really well. Rusty, everybody played extremely well. And then we had this other guy, this old guy, Gary. No. It was I think he used to play in like Navarone. He stopped playing like 16 years ago or something.
Oh wow.
I mean, he was like sitting. He would be sitting. He's the guy who like sits on the field, looking down the field with his barrel in the dirt, looking around, and then
Like
picks it
holding
up.
it out?
Yeah,
Oh.
like holding himself up like on a crutch.
Yeah.
Dude, he had great energy. He was funny. He blended. He was a great mix with us because he also made fun of Glenn and Rodney quite a bit. So he fit right into with everybody. He was really funny, telling war stories. If you've never met a paintball player who was like on the top of their game in the late 90s, like I'm talking stopped playing in 2000, you got to meet those type of guys because their stories are way funnier than our stories. And then what they had, if you accumulate all their kill count together, they're playing against 18 guys. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, I shot 4 guys. I shot him too.
Dylan DePorto asks if you're ever thinking about going back to the earrings.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to answer that. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I still might have these here, but
yeah, you do. I didn't know.
yeah, I still have.
Are they so?
Holes.
Can you have you ever tried to put like an earring?
No,
in?
I think it'd be dust and like cobwebs coming out of the holes.
Maybe you need to clean them.
You have to clean these things?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I would if I hadn't done that in 10 years. I'd probably try to be curious to see if the hole's still there. No.
Just kind of let it go. Hey, Dizon, there was a hurricane at the MVPS. Oh no, I didn't see the MVPS video. Dude, we're not on top of it if we're supposed to be the ones bringing you guys the news, right? We're supposed to be bringing you guys the news, and we don't have it. We don't have it together, I guess. Also, let's see here. Also, if you guys, as you remember, if you guys have any questions throughout the show, make sure you post them in there as well. We are going to be doing for next week, especially. We're going to make sure that we have on the show. We're going to have some game breakdowns and stuff that's kind of more in depth and specific to what we encountered on the NXL layout. That's something that we've been wanting to do more of in the past, anyhow. And actually, just to reiterate a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about in the past, as far as breaking down games and what we see is the most common. I just did a training thing on Saturday, a little training clinic, a private one with Team Audacity out of here, the D4 and D5 players, and it's becoming more and more apparent that the most common issue is not only that containment issue that we talked about, but that's common throughout even our league. Like, if you can't hold that, you're 5-on-4 and you own the outside. Like, J-Rab's a good example, or like Archie's a great example. Fedorov, they just float out there. You're like, damn, how do we miss that guy going out?
And it can get so much more technical, like what we've been talking about with the World Cup layout.
Yeah.
Like, most divisional teams have a hard time realizing that, okay, yeah, we got 2 guys out in the snake, but we cannot hold the other teams from getting into the snake after that.
Yeah.
So it could be like that second step of it and changes every field. But that's also something, that is important with that, to like know that there are, as the field gets more complex and there are so many more variables, you still have to think about those, where can you hold it in the second and third layer of that point,
But what troubles everybody on top of that, like, that's obviously something that takes forever to click. Like, to really get that and get that 2-man op is communication. This is something that we all struggle with. Everybody struggles with it, right? Everybody's really good at talking about the 5 spots, whatever spot that they know where a guy is. Everybody's really good at yelling that. Like, oh, there's a guy back left, snake 1, this, that, and the other thing. That's what we're really good at. Then comes like the count, the ball count, or the O count and the kill count, right? So how many guys you've shot. So that's your next level of progression, right? So you're adding building blocks. First thing is, what do you see? Second thing is, what is happening around you with your team and the other team? But what I noticed is the guys this weekend, it took them a while to get excited about when they shoot people. So that's one thing I always impress on people is, like, when you shoot somebody, get excited about it.
For sure.
Get excited to the point where you're kind of almost bragging about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, get him out, I just shot the god, that's a kill out. Like, be the guy that wants to yell it, because then you're the guy that, like, announced it, and then you can claim that kill. That's when you get back and talking to the old men who have they're playing against 18 guys when there's only 7 over there. Every time I would be behind him shooting a guy, we were talking to Glenn at the end. He's like, "Oh yeah, I roasted the back center guy." I was like, "Glenn, oh, you did? I thought I shot him in the back." No, he's wide open to me, and I was like, in their corner shooting the guy, and you know, like,
yeah.
But get excited about it, right? When you shoot somebody, if you're not excited about yelling it to your teammates, then A, you're keeping important information, and B, if you're not saying anything, like, how do I know you're shooting anybody?
You're alive.
Yeah, right. But like I always like to say, like one of the reasons I get excited still about shooting people is A, that's what I'm out here to do.
Yeah.
It's like I'm out here to win and to not get shot and to have fun. But all of that is at the top of that is I have to shoot the bad guys, right? So A is I'm excited to do that because that's what I'm doing in paintball.
Yeah.
And B, I want to make sure that the team still knows I'm relevant, right?
Yeah,
I still got it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, I shot those 3 guys. Like, get excited about it.
On the other hand of that, too, I noticed something, Brandon Cornell on my team is really good about this, is he'll always come up to me after a point, he goes, dude, and he plays the Dorito side, I play the Snake side, and anytime I scream something like that, he's like, dude, I heard you, like, he's excited, I heard you across the field, that was so good when you said that, like, whatever it was, whether it's kill or whether someone's shooting a certain way, he's like, man, I heard you so loud say that, and that helped me win the point, and, like, that was a good feeling for me. And
exactly.
It also helps it, become concrete and stick with me that I know, oh, man, I should utilize how loud I can be when I'm excited.
Well, that's it. It's the energy. It's intoxicating, right?
Yeah.
If everybody's quiet and everybody's doing their own thing and you're holding your breath and you're doing all this, it's like you're kind of like, okay, well, back left, Dorito 2. And then the other thing is when you yell that information, it forces you to have to take a breath.
Yeah.
And that was the big thing. Is I was trying to explain to some of these guys. One of the guys, Raul, is a really good player, but every time at the end of it, he'd be like completely out of breath, and like when I was talking to him, I go, "You realize you didn't say anything when you shot this guy,
yeah,
right?" And he goes, "Yeah, I know. I got to just get excited about it, because then you'll reset.
Yeah,
you'll take a breath to yell what the call is or whatever it is, and then you're going to be able to catch your breath and play a little bit more.
Sure,
right." Quick shout out to Nick Sloviak in the house. Hell yeah. Thanks for the support.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, Nick, you ever sell that headband you got of mine? I bet the stock in those sandanas is going down while HORMESIS is going up. We know about the stock market, right? That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Or is it like Lowe's and Home Depot?
Yeah.
They're both going and one's going a little faster.
Nuts.
I don't know. But yeah, like the communication thing, you got to get excited about what you're doing, because that excitement will be intoxicating. It'll move throughout the team and get everybody else boosted. And then what I told to my Savage guys a while ago was like, look, if you don't know, especially in practice, right? This is the best way to like get this energy out. A lot of people don't want to yell something because they're unsure of what to yell, or if it should be like, what if I yell the wrong thing or this and that.
Yeah.
So that's why they're only yelling D2 or Snake 1 or Kill 1, right? Give commands and give them confidently, right? If we make a mistake in that, but you did it confidently, like you said, let's do this, or let's do that. Like, let's make this move. Let's put this together. And you yell that, and if you made a mistake, but it wasn't kind of like, hey, I think maybe we should let's think about, should we go to the Snake? And then now you're like, well, I don't know if I should go to the Snake. Jeez.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, Kyle, let's go to the Snake. Kyle, let's go to the Snake. Let's get you in there. Kyle's either going to say yes, or he's either going to go, or he's going to say, no, this guy's shooting at me.
Yeah.
If he goes and gets shot, right, then he's going to go, man, like, why'd you send me there?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's going to make a second guess, but what it's going to do is it's going to start that dialogue. And that's the important thing. So make a mistake, make it with confidence. Don't be like unsure about it, because how many times have you been like in motion to go to make a move and you're like, and you hesitate, second guess, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do it, and then you get shot.
Yeah.
Like, I should have done this. But like in practice especially, make those moves and do everything, but do it with confidence. And if you make that mistake, it's okay, because it's practice.
Yeah.
And B, it's like you're developing and learning how to use that confidence to be able to inspire and do the right things, rather than being hesitant and unsure about everything.
Sure. So
that's kind of my thought. But that's why we have Rusty Glaze, the real coach, coming on here in about 5 minutes.
To let you know who he's cutting.
to let us know who he's cutting, and more importantly, if he's watching this to see if what I was even talking about makes any sense from a coaching standpoint. So yeah, we're talking about, and plus, Jay Stu, you're right. We're talking about practice. You know what I mean? Now with that little caveat here is like, don't just on your next practice go running down the middle of the field every single time, screaming and yelling and going, yeah. And go, well, I was confident about it. I was just doing what Greenspan told me to do on the Spick Span show. Every Monday at 4. So let me see. Told Rusty at 4 p.m. Let me see 4:30. Let me see if he's ready to go live here. So if you guys have any questions, there we go. Cody Smith. There we go. Right?
What do you got?
He goes, I called out kill 7 on the last 10 man and yelled it at the top of my lungs. No, it's kill 6. Yeah, that's all right? Get excited about it, and then obviously, there's a lot of other little things that you guys can come up with to help correct some of the mistakes and the small bits and pieces there. But one of the big things about that is, as you guys figure out what you're doing and what you're doing right and wrong, you just kind of like move pieces of that puzzle away or in, And that was the other thing, is like specific communication.
Whoa, Nick is piling it on.
Yeah,
Thank
Nick.
you.
Top supporter of the show. Shout out to Nick Sloviak.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy. What is that? Is that a pear? What is that little fat thing moving around? Is that
It's like a pear racing.
It looks like a pear
he just won a
farting.
race.
He's on the toilet.
Overweight pear.
An overweight pear on the toilet.
Just won a marathon.
Okay. That's shout out to. Hey, also real quick for everybody who's out there listening to their Spick and Span show on full blast. Is the air horn sound, is that noise level okay? I know that sometimes it blows your speakers and your ears out. That was a complaint I saw on the last show in the comments. We're going, everything was great except for when the air horn went off and it blew my speakers out. So
Curtis Kearney asked a pretty good question. He said, when you're walking the field, what's the first thing you do? And Ryan and I might have a little bit different way of how we do it, but for me, I don't know, first thing I do when I step on the field is I go pretty much to the back center, to the snake side, and look at how good the shots are off the break at where I'm running. And, I actually, when I did the Zoom call with Loyal Blue Fox, we went into this pretty in-depth on breaking down the entire field. But for me, I always go to the back center, and I guess I should also look at the Dorito side, but I mostly look at the snake side. And walk that portion of the field first. But I go to the back center, I look at how good the shots are for someone shooting at me off the break, and what potentially, are the safest spots for me to get to out on that side. Then, from there, I start to work my way out towards those insert bunkers and look at, like, is there blind zones where people can also shoot at me? And then on top of that, I'm also looking for, if the lanes are really big and I'm extremely exposed and it's risky for me to go far off the break, are there spots on right outside the back center on the snake side that can put pressure back on those people that are shooting at you off the break? Because if you find those zones, which are on both the snake side and the Dorito zone, you can start to dictate the pace and really stay ahead of the other team every single point. So, say you're playing a field that has really huge lanes to get on the outside. Maybe you start out putting pressure back on their shooters to either shoot them or make them feel extremely uncomfortable, so that when you come out that second point, they're worried about protecting themselves so they don't get shot, and then that's your chance to make it to those outside spots. That's a pretty key thing that I think about, when I'm looking at a field. That's one of the first things, and then, obviously go to each different spot and find out, what you can shoot, typical walking stuff. But for me, that's one of the most important things. I think that pocket right within like 5 to 10 feet of the Stargate, I think is probably the most important spot to really, really completely dissect.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of like if you guys have been with us for a while and you've watched any of the field breakdowns that I've done, it's the same thing. Right when I see the map, I just take like, I use just the preview app on my computer, but I just draw a straight line and I connect it to the back center and I just kind of move like on angles, like a little geometry project, and just say, all right, where's there a clear lane? Where's there a clear lane? So the exact same thing. I go into the back center and I'll just stand there if I can see over the top of it, if it's a small temple or whatever. I'll just kind of look and I see, okay, what can we see? Where are we at? Where are the good shooting lanes? How can I stop them? How can they stop me? And then you just kind of take a couple steps, like you said, just walk around a little bit.
Yeah.
Check out the blind zone on the left. Check out the blind zone on the right, and see where you can stand in those areas. And then you kind of just walk along the back line and then up, gravitate towards your position.
Yeah.
And as you're going towards your position and your side of the field, because that's generally where you'll put most of the time in, is you look how to get there. Who can stop me from making those moves in there, because that's where you're going to want to put a body, and then who can help me to neutralize the threats that are stopping me from achieving my goals.
Sure.
So if it were Tyler, he check out the 3 or 4 bunkers on the Dorito side over there. Then you would see how he's going to make it down the field, who we can get behind him or around him to work in that 2-man operation to put players in to move down the field. So that's kind of
and then a huge thing too. Here's 2 really good tips. One, as a front player, when you are walking the field and looking at spots to make like your secondary bunker, so you're going from a snake 1 to snake 2 or snake 50 or Dorito 1 to Dorito 2, Dorito 3. If there's big bunkers in the middle of the field, like fortresses where people can go and hide, and you literally have to they could be waiting there to bait you. I always look to see if there is a bunker right next to it, to see if there's a bounce shot where you can completely be covered. That player can't see you, and you can shoot that bounce shot. Whether you shoot him or scare him, those are great opportunities to just make that player flinch, and then you're in that spot.
That's where we disagree. I hate bounce shots so much I don't even look at that type of thing at all.
Well, you're not in the snake as much as you're in that middle bunker like you were at World Cup, and I have to find these shots to get away from your guy. But what was I gonna say here? Just one last tip too is like I tell divisional teams this all the time is like, don't focus so much on trying to figure out how to shoot the wide guy. Like shooting those insert spots, usually the can or the towers that are right outside the back center. If you can find weaknesses with the team that you're playing and vulnerabilities and players moving slow into those are honestly free kills for you. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
those are really
that was a really good question. I really like that. That was a great question. And we're gonna get Rusty right here on the call. We'll ask him kind of those 2 questions as well.
Sure.
And you're gonna get the coach's insights from this. Shout out to Fernando. Shout out to
thank you, Curtis. Great question.
All right, here we go. Do you want to move the light a little bit?
Yeah.
Here we go. We got Rusty on the.
Set it on a.
You want to set it on a book?
You could use those 2 HORMESIS headbands.
Yeah, let's do that. There he is.
The shrink ray.
The shrink ray. The shrunken head. That's good right there. Okay. Yep. Oh, there he is. Okay.
You want a bigger head?
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. Rusty Glaze, ladies and gentlemen. Best coach in the game. Everybody who's tuned in right now.
What up, Coach?
What's up, man?
Everybody who's tuned in right now, look, Marcelo's watching us on here. You don't want to give us shine on YouTube, Marcelo?
Yeah.
We got Marcelo commenting right here on Instagram, trying to talk in there. Come on, jump over to the chat.
Marcelo's trying to see what the news is.
Yeah,
he's trying to get
the news, right?
Yeah.
Marcelo, you're going to be getting a call from Yosh a little later to talk about your future with Dynasty. If Yosh calls, don't answer. All right, everybody who's on Instagram, we're jumping over to YouTube live now. All right. So, Russ, dog, are you sore at all?
Dude, I just have to sit in between you guys. I don't get like a little fake body or nothing.
No,
we should do that.
Yeah, we're gonna upgrade that once the
Yeah.
memberships roll in a little bit over. Once we get to 200 members, we're gonna get a
Oh,
cardboard
yeah.
cutout of ourselves, and then we'll just put their heads in there.
That's great.
You know, like
Yeah.
when you go to the fair and you put your head through one of those little holes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
we
like
could
that.
get a
That'd be
Scott
perfect.
Kemp.
What are those
the-
things?
the
Yeah,
Scott
Yeah,
Kemp card.
I want
out.
Scott Kemp's muscles if I'm going to
Yeah.
come up on the show.
We can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can do that. We'll maybe get a bunch of body types.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't discriminate. Could be female, great body.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
Hey, are you sore at all from yesterday?
Oh, you know it. I woke up this morning and I was like, both my legs, and the kids need stuff, and we have like multi-level here, so like stairs everywhere, and I'm just going up and down stairs. Well, actually, I had to go up and down multiple times because Augie was crying through the night, and my legs were like stilts going up and down. And my knees were like roughed up from just wearing knee pads. 'Cause I'm not used to it. So, yeah, it was brutal. And then
Yeah.
Jess today was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go run errands all day. You have all the kids, and you have to clean the whole house." And I was like, "Oh yeah," she was pouring it on the punishment.
Yeah, she got you
Yeah.
good. Camille was the same way. She goes, I have to go to work first thing in the morning. You got Sloan all day, and I was like, as I was boarding my flight at like 9:30 last night, I got home at 11. Sloan duty all day.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
That was
They
actually
gotta make you feel it.
yeah, that was a fun event. I was telling Eric Hunter and I were talking about how much fun that was. We're stoked for ICC. That's next up, and we're saying how good you played. As a matter of fact, we probably shouldn't have put you in the corner behind me in that final match, and we should have had you do what you did in the one game or the other game that you played on that field, and gone up there in that middle and tried to get that guy out of the field.
Yeah, I had a bit of a variety pack. Whoever was sitting, I just randomly played whatever spot.
Welcome to my world, dude. All
I
right,
know,
Ryan.
I
I know you practice this spot the whole entire every practice, but you're gonna need to play over here now.
It's already hard enough to walk a woods field, and then you're like, you got to walk the woods field, and then you got to pick up where everyone else's job exactly is on this random woods field.
Yeah, he had to play in everybody's spot. Whoever sat, he had to play that spot.
Oh, wow.
And so he was just moving all around to different positions. It really sucked. In the woods
Oh, man.
with snakes. No,
Yeah.
let's not
What do you
forget
do?
about
What do you do on this? Do you run up to this cactus over here? Like, what exactly do you do on this one?
snakes. What's the route? What's
What's the route to that
What's the route?
cactus?
I actually just
But
pulled.
the cactus is spiky?
Yeah, I just pulled a spike. Yeah, but they have.
They're huge, dude. They're like
huge.
trees.
They were like 30 feet tall.
So you're
Cactus.
getting pinched and you're like, oh, do I get in there?
Yeah, on some of them, you lean into them like they'll smoke you.
Oh,
And
They had like a netting
They
wrapped
net.
around it.
yeah, they had a
but-
net wrapped around it. But
that'd be good
That's
if
on
you
your
put
playing
like,
against it.
if you did a field like that, but you put the best bunkers, like the spikiest ones. So
yeah.
like the 50 snake.
I mean, I bunkered someone. I bunkered what's his name on the Ironman, the old man Ironman, Rick Sendejas, and he was at like the best bunker on the field. And we called it the Dragon, and it was a giant cactus like up this little on this hill, and you could see everybody. And when I ran to bunker him, because we'd shot his corner guy out, and so there's no one left there. I went to go bunker him, and he was sucked so far into it, he had to have spikes all over him.
Oh,
Yeah,
He was stuck to it.
he might have been stuck to it.
He
Yeah,
couldn't get out.
yeah, that was pretty good.
it's a good.
Eric Hunter had a lot of good games. He got a 4-pack in one of those
Yeah,
games.
there you
right
go.
on the
Followed
field.
it up.
Yeah.
There's a good question
Yeah.
we already got for you, Rusty, from Cody. He said, what's the hardest thing about coaching Dynasty? And the sub part of that is the biggest challenges.
I mean, that's the same for any coaching any team, but sitting players is definitely the hardest part.
But it's
'Cause you're
good.
like,
You
'cause
did
have
that to me.
relationships. You have all these relationships with these people, and especially if your roster's loaded when you're like in the 10s or 11s and you really got to slim down towards the finals. It's just brutal because you have these relationships and it's ongoing. As a coach, you're like, well, we have next event. And the player only thinks of like the moment. But as a coach, you're just like, get back to training. But the players, it's emotional. So it's just hard. And I try and like have those talks. I don't just like go through the match and like, never put you in. I try and just head it off and like, here's where we're at. Talk a little bit about the future and just say, we're going to go with this guy or whatever. Sometimes it's cut and dry. Like they know like that guy's balling out. He's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
what it is. Sometimes it's not that cut and dry and I'm rolling the dice on, I think this guy's going to give me the best result. So that's by far the hardest part because it affects your friends with all the players outside of, just the team. You like all these guys, you want them to succeed, you want everyone to win. So when you have to cut off someone's opportunity to do that, that's the hardest part.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, you did that, I think, I don't know if it was 2017 or 2016. I think it was the event leading into World Cup. I only played like a couple points. And that went
It
from
was
like,
it was the Great Lakes Open. I know. I remember every time I have to sit someone. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like it stands out different than putting people in.
yeah. But it
'Cause
was
you have
good
to
for
literally
me
break someone's heart.
too. Like, obviously it sucks in the moment, but I remember I worked harder than ever after that because I'm like,
Yeah, and Tyler. I sat you and Tyler, and Tyler's lights out now. So
yeah,
you know, I don't know if that's an effect of it, but it was just we had 11 guys at that event too, and that's forcibly going to be tough.
Sure.
When you have that many guys. So
Yeah, that is true. I mean, you think that like the ideal team is 7 guys, I would say. 8 guys is like kind of 7 or 8, but like then you have you run into the issue is like that not everybody plays lights out 100% of the year, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And there are times where, for instance, like what was it? Was it MAO or what event was it when we just had to run 5 guys? It was with A-Rod on the team just recently. We had to sit pretty much everybody else, and Tyler and I played the snake side, and we were playing incredibly well, and we lost to the Russians in that one match, and it was just kind of like
we won 28 straight points with the 5 guys.
Yeah, with those 5 guys. But the reason was because there were 3 guys on the team that weren't playing incredibly consistently. That was back when Matt Kling was on the team, Arturo was on the team, and it was like that was a great example of like why you kind of need depth on the team, because if there's a good chance that a handful of guys aren't going to play well. And
that was during our like snake guy training period where we're trying to build Arturo.
Philly.
We had Maddie on there trying to figure it out. And then we brought Tyler over from the Dorito side. That's how short we became on the snake, on just having the experience and what we needed. We brought Tyler over to the snake side.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, I was actually the number 1 guy in the snake. That's when things are going down.
is that the no? That
Hey,
was the
we
one
won
where
28 straight points, and you're going into the snake, dude. That says something right there.
True.
There was the one where you got in the snake where it was you and Marcelo playing the snake, where you got that freaking golden penalty on me, or I didn't even shoot at you.
Oh, that was tight.
Yeah,
that was Vegas.
That was Vegas.
It was Vegas
because the snake wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you bunkered me, and I just got bunkered, and then I got a penalty. It was like,
Dude, that's the opposite of your question. That's the opposite of your question. What's hard when you're coaching? What's easy is when you see we get a penalty like that against the other team. That's the easy part of coaching.
I got bunkered, and I got a penalty. I'm like,
you get a money player to get bunkered and get a penalty.
I was like,
that's the easy part of coaching.
oh man,
Great. That was great.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Let's see here. Well, let's see. Wait. Let's ask. How is it when Yosh starts to talk to everyone? Does everyone quiet down and listen, or does everyone talk back and forth? Since I heard he's the quiet one.
No, Yosh definitely commands the room.
Mm-hmm.
He usually filters through all the BS until he just lays down the. If
Yeah.
he gets really loud, then everyone's like, "Oh shit!" Like Yosh is.
voice of reason.
Yeah, he's speaking up, and he's very headstrong on what he has to say about it, and he wants everyone to listen. So, yeah, usually when he comes into the conversation, he commands the room for sure. He doesn't have a fear about anyone beating him up on the team, I don't think. So.
Actually, here's a good question that kind of goes off of what you were just talking about. As far as the hardest part is having to sit. Steve Frazier says, "Is it easier when you're as a pro, you being able to have to sit a person because they're paid versus when divisional guys have to pay to play?" So everybody on a divisional team is usually splitting the bill,
too.
and
Yeah.
it's super tough because when I coach a team and they have 8 or 9 guys, and 8 or 9 of them they're all playing, but 6 of them are the best guys on the team, right? How do you? And then obviously, yes, if you're a paid player on the team, Impact, they carry a roster of 10 guys.
Yeah.
And all of them are paid pretty well. So when you're sitting, it sucks, but you're like, well, I've got another handful of really good guys around me. I need to get better than them, and I'm also getting paid to be here.
Yeah, I feel like the money, in the paid situation, the money could be a crutch. That's your fallback. It's at least I got paid. I mean, you want to play. You're an alpha personality. They picked you up on the team to be an alpha. I mean, that's just the crutch, in a sense. No one's out there saying, I'd rather not play and just get paid. And be like, I paid 3 points. So I'm the highest paid player on the team because everyone else had to play 40 points. No one's out there saying that.
Unless you're a second string
at the
kicker.
highest levels, you want your chance to be in the finals and win the tournament. You don't want to be in the you don't want to win the tournament and be like, yeah, I didn't even really play. I'm stoked we won. You know, you want to be competing. That's
Right.
what you're doing. Especially if you're at a paid level, you're committing a lot of time to it outside of practices, right?
Unless you're like that, what's that guy, Charlie Whitehurst, who made like $180 million and didn't throw a single touchdown pass or something?
In those situations, if you're a backup quarterback, third string, and getting paid off some other team that dropped you, yeah, I guess the situation for injury is pretty good.
That is a good question though too. On the other side of that, like coaching divisional teams, and be quoted here what you have to say about this too, Rusty, because I know you do that as well. But I always too, when I'm coaching a newer divisional team, I'm like, hey, I usually typically first ask, the owner of the team. I say, what's the deal as far as pay players? Is it okay? Like, how do you feel about it? Because I'm gonna play to win. So do these players all need to play, or do you not care? Or what's the vibe?
Yeah, I know. I ask the same sort of questions, and it's like sometimes you get teams, and it's like this guy is there, he's part of it, he's paid to play, but it's a social outlet for him. He likes traveling with the team. His expectations are low on playing, but it's like his buddies.
Yeah.
So you try and figure that out with the coach. Is like, which guys should I play off the bat, and which guys should I sit?
Sure.
And then you start to learn, okay, who's reliable? That's what it really comes down to. It's like, which guys can you put in on a game plan and that gets executed as best that group can execute. And you start to figure out, like, 2 or 3 of them will be, like, reliable that you just start playing all the time. And then you're rotating out 1 or 2 after that. But you try and get a baseline of reliable players.
Yeah.
But divisional guys, sometimes I'm like, go back in, bud. Like, you just rip 3 guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I got to hit a vape for a minute. Like,
I had a guy checking his Instagram, and before he was up, while I was giving them a play, and he is the 5th guy. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm not about that life, dude. I came here to rotate.
I was actually at the field yesterday with Brandon and Mouse, and I was talking about something that I noticed from coaching. It's kind of something similar to what you said. Like, I had 2 good snake players at this last event I coached, but they were both equally like killers when they would get in the snake. But one was substantially, in my eyes, stronger and well-rounded in the back. Like when I needed to slow them down, and I realized how many little things were important. Like, how is the team gelling when that player, when they have to go through those hard points where he's not going and killing 3 people? How is he contributing to the whole game plan? How is he giving the ball to the Dorito side with communication, helping support, do all that stuff, which really makes those elite front players, because they have to be completely well-rounded to support the whole grand picture.
Yeah, that's it's difficult to figure that out, especially like if you're not with the team, practicing with the team. It's like you just got to go off you're going off someone's word, and then you hope that comes through exactly how they're sort of explaining it.
Sure.
And then some teams just aren't structured with balance. Of like, all 3 of these guys play Doritos, no one plays secondary, and 2 back guys and 5 snake guys. It's like there's no balance, and then you're forcing guys into positions, and they complain that you're playing them somewhere they don't normally play, or it gets interesting with divisionals for sure.
Yeah,
but I did a BKI piece on that about having balance in your team and structuring your team to like double up those each position, so you have options.
Yeah, for sure. That last WC, had huge lanes, and we weren't shooting anyone off the break. And I go, and who on the team can? I don't care if it's the front guy or the back. We can double the back center. Who can shoot people off the break? No, you guys will play. I just need to figure it out. Like, someone speak up, please.
Impact used to have really good balance. Every single guy had a 1-2.
Yeah.
Now it just seems like you guys pick up every back guy who's like wanting to come.
Well, A-Rod's like a back player with front player's mind.
Yeah. A front player stuck in a back guy's body.
Yeah.
Front player stuck in the back guy's body.
We got Alex and Marcelo in here.
Yeah, and Nick
Sloviak.
Yeah, we got a whole squad here.
Yeah.
We got a 5-man squad and a coach.
We do.
we got a good squad. We got the front guys on both sides, Alex up the middle, Nick and Marcelo on the back.
I got spies out in NorCal. Alex has been out playing, and I know about it.
Ah.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that something?
Scouting our practices.
He can't get away with nothing. Yeah, he's out there mapping out you guys. He's ready.
Yeah, you can hear him coming because he's got the tank dangle on. Ding, 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 as he walks around. The little tank dangle. He's danging. What was that? There was another. Someone actually ordered a tank dangle.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a crystal that dangles off the bottom of your tank. Yeah, an actual crystal. Last question was one that we were talking about just before you jumped on here. Is walking the field. When you first get on the field to walk it, what do you look at? What's the first thing you look at?
Are we talking modern day fields or old fields?
I guess if you want to throw in how do you play 100 and what would it be, like a 275 foot by 830 foot teardrop diamond shaped field, you can go with that with a goalie down the middle. Sure, with cacti everywhere, you can run that one in there too.
I guess when I'm looking at fields, I'm trying to look at what the 50s that are going to be strong and have rewards, because that's ideally where you're going to want to get, and that's ideally where they're going to want to push to. So then I kind of work back from there. Like if there's a dominant snake, they're going to be trying to push into that.
So the opposite kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah. So how can we stop them from getting in? Where can we shut it down? Where can we shoot on the break? I kind of work opposite of like where people's desires are going to be on the field. And then it depends if you're playing a team. Like if you know your bracket in the prelims, okay, they have this guy. He's heavy on the snake offense. The snake's pretty good. That's where they're going to be coming. So I kind of match it with who we're playing. So I'm looking at the layout, who we're playing, and I kind of work it back from that. If there's a strong middle and we're playing, impacts in our bracket, okay, where's A-Rod going to go? He's going to be drawn into this spot. Okay, we got to shut that down. I kind of look at it from those angles.
Sure.
I actually have a pretty good question, and I mean, I don't even think I've really asked you this, but I would say, and maybe, it was a little bit different. I would say that you guys at World Cup didn't necessarily play that game plan that you guys played till the finals until that match completely, right?
We developed that specifically against the Russians.
Yeah,
that was a game plan we came up the night before we played the Russians.
Oh, but Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah.
And then
the Russians were getting in that snake feasting down that side.
Yeah.
So
and they were shooting
Ryan
really
started
well.
the concept of this game plan, and I had just like envisions as we're talking. Like I can just see Malloy and who's the other guy that plays up there?
Smotrov?
Yeah, Smotrov. I'm picturing
Smotrov.
both these guys standing in our Viper just like going to town.
Which I
First
didn't hear
game,
that before.
We run that play, and here's Smotrov and Malloy standing in Viper and the 50. But we made it a ghost town. They were literally standing there and there was no one to shoot at.
Yeah.
It was like it like totally fooled them, but I was like, these guys are just going to be like, it's kind of scary, like a concept. It's like we're just giving them, here it is. Here's the best bunker on the field to be at, and shoot at everyone. And then we gave it to him, and then Ryan was able to go through the middle. As they were like wrapped big, he just went through the middle and was able to shoot them, and that totally foiled that sort of started that match and foiled their efforts. Yeah, and we were strategic the way we did it, like not on their side, and in different ways we planned it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the paintball community knows, obviously you guys played a really, fantastic tournament, but I think people, most of the pros I think realize this, but I don't think a lot of people realize like how masterful that was from a strategy standpoint, how you guys were able to win the tournament. Because if we're going to be honest, like you guys don't have two extremely elite snake players like our team or Houston Heat or Russians or, you have Keith Brown or something like that. So you guys, to formulate what you guys did is extremely impressive. And that's something I think that a lot of people should idolize it and try to, do with what they can with all the components that they have.
I think what really helped is we fell in love with the play. So when we called play one, like everyone was on board. Like everyone was like, sweet. Like no one was like, damn it. Like that sucks for my position. Like everyone was like, awesome. Like let's run it 100%.
Yeah.
We got so confident we ran that in the overtime. We
ran that in overtime.
There's a bread and butter right here. And that actually won us the tournament because the way that play worked, it was Ryan, Marcelo, and we ran out 3 Dorito guys. When Billy shot Dalton, he yelled back to Meter. He said the Dorito side's completely clear, and Tyler was just sitting over there like a pit viper.
Well, you guys did that to
Meter
us too.
Yeah.
In a
So
pivotal
he's yelling
point.
Dorito side's clear, and then Meter wraps around, and Tyler just feasted on him. But that was all because they thought, because they shot Blake on the break and they shot Dalton.
No, that's what you think, right? That's the funny part. Blake and Dalton switched in the 10 seconds.
In the last part, okay.
Right? Without telling anybody, because Dalton was too tired. And so Blake ran out there and got shot going out there. Or something like that. And then Dalton got shot moving up.
Yeah, he got shot later in the game. Yeah, by
That's
Billy.
so funny that happened again, because that happened in a really pivotal point against us. I think it was a 5-on-3, or no, sorry, it was a 4-on-3. And I remember I talked about this in one of the other shows that as I was diving into the snake, Brandon Cornell was like, "What's the G count? What's the G count?" And I was like, "I think it's G3. I'm pretty sure it's kill 3." And as I'm diving into the snake, I lock eyes with Tyler in that small inset Dorito, who was just waiting there. And then as soon as he saw me see him, he knew that I had a few seconds to yellow back to Brandon. He instantly came out and tape and shot Brandon.
Yep. Yeah. It was just kind of like, that was like the same concept that I have sometimes, as if someone in front of me dies, like really, and I can fill that spot immediately because I'm kind of loaded in that position to go, and it's an offensive play. Your reaction when you shoot a guy out of, like, say you're shooting a guy out of like the snake 2 or something, and you're in the snake 2, and you don't know that there's another guy right behind him and loads straight into that spot, your reaction is to kind of make a move.
Yes.
And that's when you can catch guys, especially on the Dorito side as well. Like, you slide in there and go on offense, not a lot of people are expecting, like, to shoot a guy and then all of a sudden me pop up right out of that spot in the next couple of seconds.
Yeah.
You know,
I would say you're the master at that. And the worst part is a guy will sit there for like 2 minutes working really hard to make a move or whatever, and then he'll get shot, and then you come up, take his spot, and then make the next move.
Yeah.
Like, bam, bam. And I'm like, man, that guy was sitting there forever trying to get past the zone. And then you flip into his spot and then make the next move, and then at the 50 within like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
We're always like, dude, did they just like turn the other way?
Well, yeah, because you shoot the guy out of there and everybody communicates it, and they're like, all right, there's that sigh of relief. Maybe they made a move. And then
you start to look a little bit more inside channel.
Yeah. So.
And you got good burst speed. And accuracy helps on that too. Like, you come out and put one like close to a guy, he has to tuck in, then you can burst really quick. Like,
yes.
And he's then coming back on your mirror, but you're underneath somewhere else.
I did that this weekend to Dirk. He was sitting in the house, and I just bunkered his buddy out of the dragon thing, and he was in the house, and he was popping his head through the window, and I would shoot at him. I had a good like 20 or 30 feet I had to run into the goalie to get to backdoor them all. But I shoot at him, and his head goes down, but then I see the top of his head turn because he was trying to like waddle his way into a different part of the house, and I was like, "Oh, you're done." And I ran up the little berm, did a little heel kick, came down the berm all the way behind him, and he was like still setting up to try to post up on me, and then I just shot him in the back a bunch, and then Glenn came to claim the kill.
Dude, the bunkering, the bunkerings on the woods ball tournaments are not like an airball bunkering. You get like 5 feet and you can bunker a guy. No, you're going like 50 feet.
You're going yard, dude.
Yeah.
You're running yard. That's for sure. Quick thank you to everybody who jumped in and tossed in a fat pear running or swimming, or I don't know where these emojis come from exactly, but thank you guys, Steve and Curtis, for the support during this last little bit here. For some reason, anytime someone puts a donation in, it's like a big fat blob, like doing some sort of like exercise or something like that.
It gives you swim trunks?
Yeah, this is like a big kind of like maybe a hippopotamus giving a thumbs up, and then there's like a sporty looking. Is that a pear? I don't know what this thing is.
It's a pear.
It is a pear, right? Yeah. Anyway, we don't choose that. That's not something that we choose to make. But it is. I guess it's kind of cool. That could be. Maybe we'll put it on a shirt or something.
Yeah.
So everybody, really quick, hit the like button in here. We got almost 120 viewers live right now. We've got 52 likes. So let's ramp that algorithm up. And then, Rusty, real quick, just so you remember, you are coaching my team at the WCPPL in Arizona, LA Savage.
In May.
Yes. Okay. Good. Just want to make sure we're clear on that before we get into the Dynasty's plans for the rest of the season. And also because we talked about the divisional side of things, and those guys are getting a lot better. So I've made it a lot easier for you because they're on a good roll. They're on a good
Yeah,
roll.
that's another thing you like about divisional coaching. If a pro's already working with them, that's helpful.
Yes, yeah. So I'll give you the playbook, the whole deal. You're just gonna cruise right in there and get them pumped up. So why don't you explain, if you'd like, what Dynasty's plans are? I know a lot of people are excited and eager to watch and see what's going on, and then any tips and pointers you have thereafter.
Yeah. So the situation for me is I came to the decision that I'm going to retire from coaching. And it's not an easy decision. I'm coaching one of the best teams in the world. It's a great group of guys, highly competitive. I played against and with and been the coach of the team for so long. My entire career basically. We've been around the same age bracket and gone through this entire 2 decades of paintball together. So it wasn't an easy decision, but my kids have gotten older, and I'm very involved with coaching their sports and actively participating in the stuff they're doing. So more and more, it's just like time away doing weekends of practice and weekends of tournaments. It's just gotten tougher and tougher and putting more strain at my home life. So I just decided, we hit the mountaintop. It seemed like the right time, and a good time for me to just call it retirement and likely come back like Dalton in a couple of years or whatever. I need that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, when you told us, obviously we've known this for about a week now, which is a huge bummer. But yes, I mean, you have. I raised Sloan with Camille, and that's a pretty taxing deal just with one kid, and she's not doing sports, doing school, doing any of the other stuff. You doing all that and coaching. You said you were at a Coach Monroe on Saturday.
Monroe, Eli, and I coach Carter for soccer. I got 3 soccer teams right now.
3 soccer teams. And you guys are what? You've scored 61 goals to 17 or something like that?
60 goals, and we've given up 12 with Monroe's team.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're just dominating. Usually, we're 10-1 in the soccer games.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's, obviously a huge bummer, because, well, it's not, you don't need to say why, but
yeah.
I guess the question is, and I know you gave us a short list, but what would you look for in someone who can handle? What would you look for? Who would be your top 2 or 3 picks to coach us? If we could say we could get anybody, current coach, someone who's on another team, and then what attributes would you feel are really important to have for Dynasty's coaching?
Well, for me, I think my biggest fear is this is my team. So my biggest fear is another coach comes in and destroys the relationship or the bond, or he sees things much differently and almost pushes guys off the team and and changes up the roster very quickly or something like that. That would be my biggest fear. And that's so that being said, I would look for a coach that wouldn't do that. We got a good team, we got a good roster. Come in and just keep steering the ship. You don't got to come in and reinvent the wheel, So I would say an internal coach obviously knows the team. So that's usually where I start my list is who's closest to the team that's down for Dynasty and, loves the guys and is part of the group. And that's where I would start that's where my list would start, is whether they're a skilled coach or not. I mean, that's something that can be learned too. I was a player, and I didn't think I was ever going to coach. I wasn't even in my mindset until I got asked to do it and started doing it. And then I started learning it and hone the craft. But I would say who's going to be here, who's in for the long haul, who wants to be, I was in the wins and losses as much as any player. It wasn't I was whatever, these guys lost. It's I'm part of the team, and you need a coach that's going to not just show up as a merc and be I'll try this and hopefully it works. I hope for a coach that's there for the long haul and as much as anyone else.
Alex told me he wants me to ask Dave if I can play and coach Dynasty.
There you go.
Kyle is a really good coach.
I love coaching.
He's a good coach, and he's good at multitasking. When he goes to the WCPPL events, he's there for 13 or 14 hours a day, and he coaches 6 different teams, and all of those teams usually, almost all of them, make it to the final, the semifinals or the quarterfinals. and all
Yeah.
excel in
I
what
love
they
it.
do. So maybe he
And
will
the players
coach well.
and the players like you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All those
yeah.
divisional kids eat it up.
I don't
Yeah.
respect him though.
You know, there is an undefeated coach at the BKI summer camps. I think, solid results.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I know. We talked about that already.
You might thinking maybe, is it Marcella? Maybe he steps down.
We're thinking that maybe. Like, what if
Dude, he
Marcelo?
just won the combine.
He won the combine. He won the summer camp the last 3 years in a row, and the previous combine. Like,
Yeah.
the record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't know.
The resume's solid.
Like I said, Marcelo, if you have a call from Yosh, I would not answer it.
I can drop off the multicolored pins.
Yeah, you get the multicolored pen book, but we are
Included
gonna.
in the package.
I think we already bought you a plane ticket to at least Sacramento, so you might have to come to the first one to help us out. We are actively looking. We have Craigslist ads, we got LinkedIn ads.
Offer up.
We got offer
Yeah, if
up.
you're interested, just light up Ryan's inbox, DM him, Snapchat him, whatever you guys do today. Just load him up.
Maybe Vic. Vic knows the plays already, so.
Vic's a possibility. Well, I did actually. I'm gonna share this screen here. I did actually. We'll do this. We have a short list of players or people rather, that might be willing to coach us. Let me see if I can bring.
I saw a spinny wheel. Is that how you're going to make the final decision? With a spinny wheel?
That's actually
Yeah,
exactly correct right there. Let me just bring the other screen up here. We gotta reload it here, and then let's see here. Display one. So we've got a list. The Dynasty guys. Kyle actually had a little bit of input in here. We have a list here. We're gonna go ahead and spin it really quickly, but we've got your name still on it. So if the wheel gets to you, you have to
That's
coach
fate.
us.
Yeah, that's
Kyle's on there also. We've got the hedgehog.
Camille.
The wheel of names. I was thinking maybe we just put a bunch of game plans on this wheel. We do rely heavily on this thing.
Fran.
Yeah.
Yep, Fran's on there.
The hedgehog.
Ooh, that would be good. You got Fran, and then Nikki's over there coaching the Ironman.
That's right.
Magic 8 Ball. That's a great
The
one.
Magic 8 Ball would be a good one also. Again, we just
I
put a bunch.
I do have that number popper that me and Short would use to pick his position sometimes.
That's right. Yeah. What are those things? Actually, I want to add this one on here. Remember those little things when you were a kid and you were like.
Yeah.
What are those called? I want to put one of those on there.
Yeah.
You know, like your mama was or something, and then it was like something in there.
Dude, no one would ever know your game plans.
No. Go Sports. The
Predictability
people
would
on
be
Go
low.
Sports, when the camera went in there, you know how you always had the clipboard? You could show them the whole thing. They would have no clue.
Yeah.
I like
You're
how
done.
you have like your 3 plays and then you have like a Magic 8 Ball.
That's what I'm saying. We could literally have 100 plays and then go over to this thing and click it. So I'm actually
Or
really
6
thinking-
plays and you roll a dice.
Yeah.
Me and Short were at an X Factor practice, and I used this little number popper, and it was the numbers of the bunkers. So like whatever popper it was, he would run the snake on the break or run wherever, and we just based the practice on the popper for one day.
Yeah. So
just pop it, and he go, shoot, okay, I'll go there.
we could bring a deck of cards. Should I read? Yeah. I mean, the possibilities are honestly limitless here.
What do we got there? Scott Kemp, Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah. I'm gonna put.
Now, are they all even odds, or did you put one sliver, like a real?
No, you're on there like 6 times. So you have
every other.
you have the best odds of winning this, for sure. But for good reason, right? And again, this is all chance and fate. As everybody who knows who watches the Spick Span show, this is all who knows. You don't know where the thing's gonna go. It's not pre-programmed. This is the algorithm. So we're gonna spin this.
I think it's going to land on Rich. But if it lands on me, I guess I'm going to have to make it happen.
Oh, it's gonna land on Rusty.
Oh, shit.
I actually spelled your.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm going to have to call Dave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get a phone
shit. Suit up. Where's my clipboard?
There
Let's
we
get to
go.
work.
Ryan will pick up your part of the rent.
Let's get to
There
work.
we go. Kyle Smith,
Ryan will
Oh,
pick up your
the
part of the
Dynasty.
rent. No
Oh,
problem, dude.
shit. Yeah.
There we go, guys. Let's get a little
It's
air
a-
horn.
Wow.
Two announcements.
Wow.
2 huge drops on the Spick Span show.
Oh, man.
Monday night.
Damn.
Let's go. All right.
Wow, it's fate.
Dude, now you got. Hey, dude, the bright side is you get to tell Ryan what to do now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. Hey, look at me. Look at me.
Yeah. You'll be around the house. You're like, no.
Yeah.
You take the garbage out.
Yeah. Yeah. You want me to do what?
You want to play next event? You're doing the chores.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alex says you're gonna be rich. Double dip. You get to double dip now.
Ah,
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
coach
it.
and play.
Coach and play, player, and then so we can just practice against Impact every event.
Yeah,
That way
yeah.
you can be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you play against a team, you use the 8-ball to decide that. It's a secondary.
Yeah.
If
because
we
you-
play against each other,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, then use the 8-ball to decide which one you're going to do.
I'll just run
Cool.
over after I'm done and then give you guys a play and then
And
run
then
back,
sprint back.
and suit
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, there we go. You got to take your jersey off though each time.
Yeah,
in between like a family double dare scenario.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to go meet
You
somebody.
just
in the
get a walkie.
I wonder if the NXL will let you do that
coach and play.
Yeah.
Coach a different team. Well,
in your same division.
I guess they can't really do that. They can't say
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
I don't think that would be considered like game fixing.
yeah.
But then again, I don't know. Well,
If you're successful at it, they'd come up with something.
well, Rusty, I didn't see Kyle's name on your list that you sent over as prospective of people who would replace you really well. But I think that we figured it out. So your
Boom.
your hands are your hands are clean. Just
That's it, man.
know that we're in good hands now.
Yeah, cancel that sack flight.
I think Short Dog would be good. Brandon Short, if you
I
could.
think he was on my.
Yeah, he was on the
my
list.
list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was on your list.
Put Short in there.
Mm-hmm.
Put Skimp in there.
Yeah.
Put Roy Richard.
What about
And I,
Gator?
if you could drag him out, I mean, he'd be awesome. But he's not going to come out to all the practices and the events and all that.
Yeah.
I can't even get him out to like fun woods ball stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus, dude, he's 100%. Why would he come back?
True.
That's true. Yeah. Leave on the high.
Yeah.
Leave on the high.
It's a big drop if you come back and don't win. You're at 50%. That's the biggest percentage you can lose.
Hey, what about
See,
Nick,
it's a numbers game.
Nick Sloviak? There you go.
Yeah. He's got a brain for it.
Yeah.
Oh, brain for it. I thought you said a brain fart.
He does have that sometimes too.
Are you still going to be coming to the summer camp for BKI?
Yeah, I'm still scheduled for the regular stuff for that.
Okay. Are you going to? Are you still going to be creating content for BKI and G2?
I haven't for a bit just because I've been so busy with stuff. I've been building a ton of new websites because it's spring and people want new sites. So I just haven't had time to create new content. But I have some content ideas of stuff I want to create.
Right.
But I just haven't had time to get out to the field and do that.
Mm-hmm.
So soccer's ending here next weekend. Our last game's next weekend.
Oh, okay.
So
Great.
that usually ties up my weekend is doing soccer stuff. So
Oh, so your weekends are free again. So you can just
yeah.
keep staying. You're
For
off
a
the
little
hook
bit.
then.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Stick with us then. Sounds like we're good then. Don't know what the trouble was. I guess it must have been a scheduling snafu there in your mind.
Somebody said Oliver Lang.
I love the coaching part, but it's just the commitment to all the practices and the year. You know, it's not like I can coach this one and then if I have stuff going at home, not coach the next one and then
Right.
come back and coach another one. It's like you need someone in there that knows what's going on. It's not like I can cut down. For me personally, I can't just be like, I'm not going to come to practice and come to the event because then I just am there clueless and competitively in my mind, that's not what I want to do.
Sure.
Plus, you got to evaluate players, and you can't do that fairly without being at the practices. So
100%.
it makes it minimum. You have to be at one practice and at the tournament.
Yeah.
So I don't want to shrink down to that level to try and make something fit. So it's just, find the right guy and
Sure.
let him run with it.
Yeah.
I think this might not be popular opinion to everyone, but in my opinion, Yosh would probably be even better of a coach than I am if he took control of the team, and if that was what he wanted to do, he would probably be better than me at it, in my opinion.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Strong leader.
He's just really good at paintball still right now.
Yeah, I know. It's not time for him to hang it up, but like that's a top candidate in
In the
my
future.
mind. Who would be great.
What about Glenn?
Glenn Takamoto?
Yeah,
Nah.
Taco might be all right. He's lazy though.
He's
He
so
is lazy.
He'd be like practice was done at 10:30. We just started at 10.
Yeah, you told us to get here at 10.
He'd bring donuts to everyone, and then he'd be done at 10:30, dumping all the paint on the ground. You're like, dude, we're out of paint. And Glenn's dumped it all out by the dumpster.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's better at just showing up and playing awesome randomly.
You could get Dolan, but
They
he
said,
might just laugh. Like, if you guys lose.
Dalton. Yeah, Dalton. That was fun, huh, guys?
Dude, he'd have 6-7 guys running on the field. He's not going to tell anyone no.
Yeah.
Just go, man. Just go.
Just go. You got it.
You're
Got
good.
it, guys.
We'll deal with the penalty after.
Well, all right, dude. Bummer news. Obviously, I mean, I guess it's not. I knew it before, but still bummer news. Saying it and realizing it more and more. But you'll be back once the kids are in high school and college. You can come back. I'll still be playing.
I'm just trying to do a Shane Pasana.
Yeah.
He left. He came back, won a World Cup.
Yeah.
Or Scott Kemp did the same thing. Played.
Yeah.
Left, came back, won World Cup, quit again.
You gotta mix it up.
That's true. That's true. Keep it. It's like when you're trying to solve like a Sudoku puzzle. You get really stumped, and then you just kind of read the rest of the magazine. You come back to it, and you're like, "Oh, that was easy."
Oh, what about that aftermath, Coach?
Oh, the guy that punches people in the face. We'd get along really well.
Yeah. You just gotta, you just go away, and they think, "Man, I missed that guy." You gotta refresh it.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right, Russ. We'll let you go. I know that we only had you for a little bit. You got to clean the house, mop the floors, scrub the dishes.
The kids are actually going to go stay at their. I did have to clean the house all day. I didn't even finish all of it. Honestly, I tried to knock out all the big stuff that'd be more noticeable.
Put the other stuff under the rug for now.
Sweep everything under the rug. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Well, I did get instructions not to do that, to put things where it shouldn't go. It was all lined out for me.
Shove it all in the closet.
The kids are going to their grandma's. Jessica's mom bought like a retirement little house here. She's in Chicago, but she comes out here. As soon as it gets hot, she's leaving back to Chicago. But she's here, so we're dropping the kids off at grandma's tonight.
There we go. There we go.
So get a little space.
All right, dude. Well,
sad news.
Sad news. I'll see you in Sacramento in a couple weeks anyway.
But congrats again on your masterful World Cup performance.
Yeah,
really elite stuff.
That was a great event. I really enjoyed the entire thing end to end. That was probably one of my favorites. Just the whole process.
Oh yeah,
that was a great one.
That was a really good one.
And Ryan racked a barrel, so I got to make a list on a paintball win count of the golden barrels now. I wasn't going to make it before, but Ryan has one, so I'll make a list.
I actually technically have two.
Two of them?
Yeah, well, they didn't give me one in 2017. I actually hold the record for the most kills in an NXL event.
Oh, you do? That's right.
Yeah, 65, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid to high, like 68.
Yeah. Rack City. So I didn't get a barrel for it, but I still have the plaque somewhere in there somewhere. Dude, you just take one. You got a lot in the garage. Just spray paint one.
There is a golden Dynasty Aculock barrel. There's 10 of them that were made.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Yosh showed me. I stole one from the Field 1 office. I actually have it somewhere over here.
You haven't done it all until you win the Bronze Swans from San Monville.
Yeah, that's what I got to do now. is win that one. I got to rack that one up. So, all right, man. Well, yeah. I'll let you go. We're gonna spin the wheel right now to see who wins for actual real people's names. To see who wins some members card packs, sticker packs, and we're gonna give a couple away to some of the other people who are viewing but not members. So.
Good, man. I really like how the show name came together, Spick Span. That's tight. I like that.
Yeah. Dude, it came from the viewers. It was their idea.
Wow.
It was great.
Yeah,
we got this little logo right here.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
That's tight. Well, keep it up, man.
Thank you.
I'll chat with you guys soon.
All right,
Rusty.
Later, Russ.
Good talking to you.
Later.
All right. Well,
there you have
it is. Kyle Spick is in. Rusty's out. That was actually a pretty easy transition. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And we actually were talking about getting Dave Baines on here as well. So maybe next week. We can ask him.
We can ask him
if
you can coach. All
right.
Yeah, we'll do that. Why don't we get Dave? We'll get Dave and and Alex on at the same time.
So
Alex, our captain, can ask Dave, your captain,
persuade
coach,
him more.
Yeah, if you could be our coach.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
So next week is shaping up to be an incredible show as well, because we're gonna have two great minds from up in Northern California sharing a couple of little bits of information there. Really quick super boom, airborne to Icy FN and Cody Smith. Icy just became a super mega support status member. So really quick also, if you guys are super mega support status members, make sure that you guys have sent me your email address. Sorry, yeah, your email address too. But make sure you send me your home address, your social security number, and what shirt size you wear, and a photograph of your driver's license. No, just your shirt and your address, please. Don't send me any of those other two things. So that way I can send you guys out your members welcome package, which is going to be a new poster. We've got shirts being made from Island Designs. Actually, they're printed already because I saw the samples. You sent me pictures of them. So they actually might be shipping this week.
There we go.
If we're lucky. And then everybody else who pre-ordered an MVP shirt, those will be available. And then if we have some extras, we will let you guys know. And then today I want to give you guys a couple people. So I want to give a couple of you guys who are just viewers and not members the chance to win a little bit here. So I've got 2 of these cards I'm going to sign along with a little sticker pack. You guys are going to get some carbon stickers, HK Army stickers, the Spick and Span show sticker, and this little MVP sticker. You're going to get one of these things sent to your house in the mail as long as I have your address. And then, we have giveaways every week. And at the end of this month, what I'm going to do is, we usually give like a big prize at the end of every month because we don't have anything locked in just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a card from every player signed. There's a whole collection of these. And one member is going to win an entire pack of signed cards. So that'll be pretty cool. You can collect them all by buying some Field 1 paintball products or possibly win them by being a member of the show. And then also I'm going to try to get a hold of some headband stuff. And then I know you have a headband coming out pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be something that you guys can look forward to as well, as far as getting some freebies and getting some giveaways and getting into the first run of the first batch of the Tigerwear.
Yep.
Tigerwear. So looking for all that. Keep your eyes open for all of that. So let's do this. Why don't you come up with one idea to give away one of these, and I'll come up with another one. It can be something as simple as like pick a number, or a piece of trivia, or.
Let's do pick a number.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, one try here.
Only one guess. This is gonna be as simple as pick a number.
It's a number 1 through 50. Go. 1 through 50. I wrote it down on here, so I won't change it on you guys.
Are people? Oh wait, nope, not even close. What was my seat number on the plane? That's a good one, actually.
We got a winner.
We got a winner?
Yep.
Where is it?
George Martinez.
Mr. George Martinez.
33.
Marcelo's number.
There you go.
Dude, that was actually should have been easier because Marcelo joined us on the show.
Yes.
Like if I were to say guess a number, I would say you should probably guess either Alex or Nick Sloviak's at this point. I'm not going to do that. I actually like Steve Frazier's. I think it'll be too tough though. It would take way too long to try to guess that. But whatever, we're going to do it anyway. Okay. Actually, what is this? What was my seat number flying out to seat number and subsequent letter flying out to...
That's going to be
Is
impossible.
it way too hard? Never mind. Okay.
You could put the number, you could say like 1 through 10. And then that. That one's a little difficult.
All right, what town in what country? Name the country.
Sebastopol.
Name the country. The, I guess, territory and the town that Oliver lives in. Oliver Lang, where he's making the Hormesis headbands.
Oh wow,
That's a good one, huh?
Yeah.
Yes! I got a good one. So we're looking for country. Mario. So we're not doing the seat number anymore. Kyle said it was gonna be way too hard.
You guys are close.
Okay, we need the town.
You need the little village.
What city? Hold on, you gotta get it all. You gotta list the entire thing. Gotta list the whole thing. Needs to be all of it. We're Paklat.
The answers are there, guys. You're just not putting the whole thing.
You gotta put it together. It's not. You can't. Loyal Blue Fox.
There's 3 parts. All 3 parts have already been put in the chat.
We need to be country. Basically island. Okay, we got it, Mr. Weberton. I believe that was
I think that was.
Finally it. Okay. So it's in Ubud, is where Oliver is. Bali, Indonesia. So we were looking for all 3 of those. Indonesia, the country. Bali is the island, or the I guess the state, depending on if you're filling out a customs form, would be the state or territory. You got both of them.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
All right. And then finally, we're gonna jump over to the wheel right now. Those of you guys who are not members, you guys can join. You get cool perks. You get the emojis, which Loyal Blue Fox. I apologize. We'll make some new emojis for it as well. Maybe we'll replace some of the Alex Fragi emojis with something else. If you guys would like to see a specific emoji, I've always thought about the idea of giving some of our members, if they have their own picture, you can put their own face on there. Have a member of the week kind of thing. And maybe we'll do that. If we get a photo of you guys, I can make you your own emoji, which is a cool thing that we might introduce next week. So stay tuned for that. But if you guys have cool emoji ideas and concepts, I know a couple of you guys wanted the wheel. I made the wheel. We wanted air horns. We got air horns. Obviously, we got young Sloan. I can put a new photo of her as well. She's getting older, so maybe she's changed a little bit. And you guys got something, we can toss it up there. But in the meantime, let's jump over to the wheel. We're gonna spin this 3 times. So 3 winners right here are going to be getting a sticker and signed card pack. So let's go ahead
and the first wheel spin, along with the prize, if we were spinning this wheel for one of you guys to coach Dynasty, this would also be.
Yes, so also just
winner.
In case Kyle can't coach us, you're going to get a sticker pack, signed card, and then you get
salary to coach Dynasty.
Then you get to coach us. Oh! Angela Castillo.
Welcome to Dynasty.
Welcome to Dynasty. I hope you are ready to coach a bunch of people who don't like to listen. All right. Spin it again for winner number 2. Hero Cali Mike. All right. And the final winner is, I don't want to speak too soon, but this might be the first week in a while that Mr. Matt Waters has not won. Eric Goff.
There we go.
All right. And in case, for any crazy reason, that Kyle can't coach us and Angela has a busy schedule, then we'll just keep going down the list. So Callie, Mike Lou, and Eric Goff, you guys are second and third string, or fourth and fifth string guys.
There you go.
Yeah, and actually I will. That's actually a really good one. I will make a HORMESIS logo emoji. I'll write that down right now. I'll have Alex send me a HORMESIS logo emoji to print out. Oh, is Alex is on the horn right now. Yeah, could do a trash truck logo. So yeah, if you guys just hit me up throughout the week, let me know if there's anything that you guys would like to see as an emoji. It's like you guys Also, if you guys send us any questions that you guys would like to have answered. And then tune in to BKI. You guys can click the link down below. You get 50% off of your first month's membership. But you can just sign up for a free account regardless. Just click that link below. Just sign up for one of the free accounts. There is a lot of free content on there just to give you guys a taste of what is to be available and to be expected from the BKI platform. And then there's hundreds of hours of content in there after that. But we will be having the NXL breakdown up probably Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, something like that, with Nick Sloviak and Marcelo Margot. Young Sloan.
And then we'll get Alex and hopefully Dave on here next Monday.
Yep.
Alex can tell you guys what he thinks about the layout.
Yeah, Alex loves telling people what they think about the layout.
Alex and Dave will be a good combo together.
So, guys, thank you guys. This is a tremendous show. Thank you all for all your support. We will be back Monday at 4 p.m. Set your calendars. Set the reminders in your clocks. Write it on the refrigerator or the whiteboard.
And if any of you guys too, Rusty's has taken any sort of impression on you, like reach out to him, maybe send him like a thank you or appreciate what he's done for paintball in general and Dynasty as well. I'm sure he'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, shame him and make him feel bad.
Just do a Instagram message or something. So,
Sloan,
all right.
Sloan, hey, can you say Spick and Span?
That's
right.
Good work. Good job.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
See you
very
next
much.
week.
Bye-bye.
Can I breathe?
Du går iväg.
Can I breathe?
När du går iväg. Du går iväg.
Can I look in between?